What's up and good evening, everybody. Really quick, just gonna do a quick review on my old fishing pole I got, kind of talk to you about it, and then show you the new setup. So the old pole was an Ozark Trail Wayfarer. Originally it was about a 6-foot pole, 5.5, 6 foot. It had originally 12-pound test on it, and then I ended up putting 50-pound braided line on there, and it has about anywhere from 50 to 75 yards, I'd want to say, of braided line on there, which isn't bad. Sorry about the lighting. I'll try to stay away from that so it's not too bad, so you can see better. All right, there we go. Which wasn't too bad. It did what it needed to do. For the pole itself, I got it at Walmart. It was $10. I bought it about 2 years ago. Yeah, about 2 years ago. It was about $10, $12, and you can still find it at Walmart. You know, other stores about the same price. I think I was in the store the other week, and it was about $12. So it doesn't fluctuate that much. But the material it's made out of is more like bamboo than actual fiberglass or whatever. So sturdiness, you know, smaller fish definitely is okay. The actual reel part, you know, I'll show you after I get done talking. The reel part isn't that great. I've used it maybe 10 times within the last 2 years, and I bought it brand new. So from the time I bought it to now, it's been about 5-10 times, if that. The first couple times, no issues. You know, and I fish saltwater, so every time I get done using it, I always rinse it off, get all the salt off it, make sure it's nice and clean, and then I put it away so I'm ready to use it again. The last 2-3 times I went out, I noticed that the reel was starting to stick, the actual part that you use to, you know, the handle to crank it and reel the line back in, that was starting to, you know, stiffen up. So I was like, huh. So I'd kind of just messed with it a little bit and got it to going again. And then the last time I went out to use it, it completely disintegrated. The gears came out, the handle itself just fell apart. It just, everything inside pretty much disintegrated, which is not too bad, but it is what it is. So this new pole I got, it wasn't really new. I've had it for a while, but I never really used it because I thought it was broken, to be honest with you. I never really messed with it too much. I just thought it was broken, so I just always left it alone. In reality, it wasn't broken. It just needed to be, that's kind of a bummer. It just needed to be untangled. It had a crow's nest in the actual reel. I keep dropping it. Anyways, this is a Shimano scabbard rod with a Shimano reel, and the reel, let me get a look at it, is a 400 FD, and on that one it was about 20-pound braided, 20-pound test on there, and I took that off and put on the 50-pound braided line, and then used it about 2-3 times already, and it works great. The reel works great. It comes in, goes out. It works great. You know, I'm able to really hit the spots that I want to hit when I'm out there. So it's all in all, it's a way better pole. But let me get you flipped around and show you this Ozark, and then I'll show you the Shimano. Do I recommend getting an Ozark? Maybe if you're just starting out and gonna do freshwater, or if you have a kid and you know your kid's gonna just end up breaking it or throwing it out or losing it or damaging it or whatever, then for sure go with the Ozark. You know, 12 bucks is 12 bucks, 10 bucks is 10 bucks. The Shimano is anywhere from 100 plus, I want to say. I want to say between 60 and 160. Don't quote me on that. Don't hold me. If you do know the correct price, drop it down in the comments below. But let's get you swapped around, flipped around, there we go, and show you what's what. Just so you know, the Ozark is kind of broken in half right now. I got mad and threw it, and it ended up breaking. So that's how I know it's not really sturdy and feels like it's bamboo made. But here we go, let's get you swapped. All right, we got the Ozark, we got the Shimano. And you can see what I'm talking about. So the reel handle, what actually reels it in, was sitting on this side. It goes in that little hole. And you have a locking nut that stays on this side. But all inside is just disintegrated out. Look at the doggy. She wants to come out so bad. Nah. But it faded color. It was bright orange, red, and then black is black. I still have to take this weight off it. But up here we can see where it broke afterwards. Nothing special at all with this. I'm gonna go throw it out again in a little bit. And then here we go, we got our Shimano. Real, kind of see, it's nice. Some of the eyelets are a little damaged and bent out of shape, which isn't too bad. It's sat for the last 5-6 years in a garage, so I imagine stuff is gonna break. But for the most part, there's no damage to the actual eyelets. They're just a little tweaked. And then I gotta keep dropping everything one-handed. And then here we go, Shimano scabbard. And then we got our reel series down here, Shimano, where'd it go? Right there we go, 400 FD. And then it does tell you the size and weight of the tests that you want to use. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's a nice pull. All right, so we are gonna go out fishing this weekend. Probably Friday the 4th, before all the fireworks happen. Me and the kiddo, and then we'll kind of see if we catch anything, and if we do, we'll show you. If not, then we'll kind of just go and kind of go from there. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry about that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys have a safe, happy 4th coming up, and then enjoy the weekend. Try not to blow any of your fingers off. I'm gonna try not to blow my fingers off. Anyways, stay happy, stay safe, chase some dreams, enjoy the 4th. Make sure you guys have a safe, happy weekend. See you on the next one.